Another tough team, another tough test. Let's go and see what we can do against Fiorentina.
Oh, yes!
Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of Borderline Glory. It's been a while, but we are ready to go. 2 games coming up today against Fiorentina in the Conference League, the semi-final we have been waiting for. It's going to be a big game against the Conference League bottlers, I would like to term them as, but hopefully we come away with the result. We've got 2 games in between as well. Obviously those will be off camera against Luzern and Lugano. The board have given us, for some reason, 5 games to get 9 points in, which is very strange. I don't know why. If we don't get that, we will be sacked. But luckily, we are in the championship games here in the bottom group. So I think we will be able to clutch up and get the results that we need. But it's just a bit frustrating, really. I think that's a bit of an FM thing, considering we are in a semi-final. We did lose out in our semi-final of the Swiss Cup. We were not able to defend against Young Boys, a 3-0 loss away from home there. Young Boys have just been absolutely mega in this season. But the good news is we have a semi-final coming up in the hopes that we will win and make it to the final, where we will play one of Athletic Bilbao or Club Brugge. Another tough team, another tough test. Let's go and see what we can do against Fiorentina. So the team for this first leg at home, Stade de Genève, waits for Fiorentina. It starts with a Strinsky in goal, backline of Kwasi, Rocca, Mayate and Caruso. We've got Girassi, Segura, Rath in the middle, Dadari on the left, Vargas on the right and Nacho Ferri up top. Kick-off here in this game against Fiorentina. It is going to be a tough game for us, but we do have the quality on the pitch to go and try and nullify their threat and ultimately go and override him, because a lot of our quality is in particular in the attack, and if we go and get some goals in this game, really put a marker down, especially early on at home with that advantage, make the most of it, I think we will go on to have a good game. A final awaits us should we be able to get over the line against either Bilbao or Bruges. Tough games all round. It's been a much tougher kind of set of teams, I feel like, in this season, but we have done a lot better, and to be honest, in terms of the way we have performed. So I would like to think, I don't think we'll get through convincingly, but I would like to think we can put up a very good display and go through quite, not comfortably, but like, I don't know, it's a hard one to explain really, but as you gain more and more experience and you continue to improve as a team, you find that you just fly through a lot of these rounds, and hopefully this is another case of that against this Fiorentina team. We were very close against Hoffenheim, but we got over the line in the end. We have gone 1-0 down here after 7 minutes. Danny Rath wins that ball back though. Where can he go? Can he go and square it? He finds Vargas, edge of the area. Girassi, can he have the shot? He does from range. It's a good save from the Fiorentina goalkeeper there. 2 deniers of an equalising goal here. That is a lovely shot. We've done very well there on the press, and we just need to catch this Fiorentina team out. We don't want to scare up, shy up and shell up ultimately into our defensive structure. We want to be positive when we win this ball, move it forward and see what we can go and do when we are in possession of it. It's 15 minutes gone here in this game. The score is still 1-0 to Fiorentina. They're going to look to see what they can try and do down this right hand side. We do have obviously a very strong and very well rested team here. Dadari is one of those players who does get the nod today. He's going to cut in. Can he square it for Davis Rath? And Vargas with the header, and he's not able to score there in the end, but it's a lovely bit of play from all involved. Quite a few players were rested in that cup game. Kwasi, Rath, I'm not sure if Rath was, I think it was Segura actually, and I do believe Dadari was as well, but ultimately they've all come here while rested. The only players we are missing today is actually Florian Aye. He is out injured, so no sign of him in this game, but I'm sure he will be with us in support, and he is a very good figure to have in this team still at a point like this. All that experience, he was there last year, he played in the semi-final last year, and I think he will be a very important part of this team in these next few games. Very career defining, challenge defining games we have coming up in the next 5 games of football, I believe it is. I think we have some after. Is it 5 games? So we have 5 in the league, then 2 in this, and then if we get to the final, that's 1 more. We have 8 games to define our whole Borderline Glory career from this point on. Whether or not we pick up the Conference League is something to be found out. We might not not. But if we don't, then we can go and move on to another club in the interests of going and winning it there, seeing what we can go and do when we go there, and ultimately coming away with that trophy. But if we don't come away with it here, what a time it would have been. 4 seasons, 4 amazing seasons, and wherever we go next, I think we'll take lots of experience and ultimately go and pick up that trophy. Here is Dadari on the ball. Where can he go? Lovely ball over the top. Nacho Ferry is in behind here for 1-1 in this game. He does score. There is an offside flag up potentially on that far side. It looked like he may have gone a little bit early, but he could have just timed it well. The decision is going to be goal disallowed, but that is good stuff from us there. We're being very positive, and ultimately since that Fiorentina goal, they've not been able to get in at all. Is he actually offside? Let's have a look at this run. He does go a little bit early. The man on the far side there nearly did keep him on, but he wasn't able to in the end. But as you can see, we are really going at it here in this game, really giving Fiorentina a tough game, which is what we want to see. You know, we don't want to shy up, as we've been saying, against an Italian team and against a team as well who, by this point in the journey, I suppose, they probably will have won a Conference League. They always seem to make it here to the Conference League, and ultimately they are an Italian side who always do very, very well, a very good team. We don't want to shy up, as we've been saying. Club Brugge do take a 1-0 lead in that game against Bilbao. That is impressive stuff from them there, to see that. And we were, I'm not too sure, I feel like we should have played, I think we played them like a friendly or something. I don't know why I'm thinking that, but I thought we were going to play them at some point. We didn't, but now we might in that final, should we get there. After 40 minutes gone here in this game, we're going to go and offer some words of encouragement. We'll go attacking for the remaining part of this half. I think it's been a half, to be honest, that's been dominated by us. That first, 7 or 8 minutes was all Fiorentina, but after that we've completely nullified their threat and ultimately have been more positive team. Can we go win this ball up win this ball back nice and high up the pitch, or will Fiorentina be able to work out from the back? There's a header there that goes into the midfield. It's Marcus Thuram who's on the ball. That's an interesting one out wide, a bit of defending required, and luckily nothing comes from that in the end. We do have a lot of quality off the bench that we can go on, in particular Zarke Lane. We have Fernandez in the midfield who can come on as well, and also some defensive changes if we get that lead that we are looking for and we want to see it out. 2-1, 3-1 win here would be ideal. It would leave us, we want to get as big of a difference as possible, but it would leave us with still quite the task when we go to Italy, but a win would do us massive favours and particularly relieve a lot of pressure of trying to get a big win away from home. We're going to go and offer our words of encouragement. Everyone's still really fresh. Vargas is getting some of his energy dropped. Nacho Ferry is there. I think we'll leave him on. Probably will bring Vargas off nice and early. You feel like if he was going to have a big involvement in this game, it would have already come, but we've not seen much from him at all. I think Rath has had a good game. Segura, maybe Girassi could come off here. We've got Julian Masson who can come on with all his experience. There's a chance here for Fiorentina. I don't know what's happened there. It will go out to the edge of the area into the box now. We need to really put the pressure on, apply this pressure and get it gone. It's down this right hand side where we look to be played in, and luckily nothing comes from that in the end. We'll look to bring off Vargas here. Zarke Lane on. I will put Zarke Lane on the left of Dari on the right there. I'm going to bring Girassi off for Masson, see if he can give us something a little bit more positive, and we'll stick with those changes there. There's not too much concern really in the defensive work. I think we've been alright, quite solid, apart from that set piece obviously, which we didn't do good enough with, but I think we'll be very hard done by if we don't come away with a result here in this game. But it's positive signs, if we can go and perform in a similar way or even a little bit better in the second leg away from home, then I don't see why we can't go and qualify. There's still time for us to get a goal. Nacho Ferry could be in behind here, and it is into the hands of the Fiorentina goalkeeper in the end. Can we apply this pressure really high there? Look how narrow the wingers are, really sitting on the inside of these fullbacks and trying to limit those passing options as you would expect the keeper to go. Masson does well there to win that back. It's out to Zarke Lane. Nacho Ferry gets his shot in. It's over. He's offside, and that's not what we want to see from him. I think we might go and bring him off. We can bring only on Reverson with no floor in IA, so we will go and make that change there. And then I am going to bring Cadusu off, bring Pascozzi on there. Cadusu's had a bit of a quiet game really, and we'll see if Pascozzi can give us something a little bit more attacking down that right hand side. We have been very left side focused, it has felt like, when Didari was on that side. He is on the right now, and fresh legs behind him in Pascozzi could work out in trying to get this goal that we need here in this game. But Fiorentina do win this ball back over the top. It's going to look to go in. Marcus Thuram in behind. Interesting bit of defending, but there's a mistake there, and that is a goal to make it 2-0. Very, very harsh result. You do feel like, if this is how it ends, is there time for a goal for us here, or will it be Fiorentina who will come away with the 2-0 win? These, I mean, it's a very tough one to take. We will have a lot of work to do. I don't see why we can't. We did it against Hoffenheim, but the full-time whistle's going to go, and that is a tough result to take. And the team for this second leg, off the back of 2 games, 2 wins for us, but it's had to cause us to have a bit of a rotated team here for this game. It starts with a Strinsky and goal, backline of Kwasi, Rocco, Meate and Caruso. We've got Masson, Sigurd, Rath in the middle, Zarkalin on the left, Didari on the right, and Reverson up top. Kick-off here in this game against Fiorentina. It was around this time the first goal went in for them in the first leg, and luckily it's not gonna happen here. We managed to get 2 wins and pretty much keep our job with Servette, but it might not matter really if we can't get over the line here. We're going to have to find 2 goals from somewhere to tie up this game, ideally before half time. We want to hit them quick, you know. It's one thing we don't tend to have, but if we can get at them quick, you know, just let them know that we're here and we want to, you know, really push them and turn up nice and early, then it's something that could really change or totally change the course of this game and ultimately this tie. But there's a ball in the middle here and it goes in, and it's just wide of Ostrinsky's post there. We have the changes in the team, you know, Masson comes in, Reverson in at striker. We have Zarkalin and Didari playing, so no Vargas today. Yeah, there is the changes, but hopefully it will work out. One, in terms of having a more rested team, but also it gives us something a little bit different. There's players who want to fight, not just for their positions, but fight for this team and get us over the line. So hopefully that is something that will happen here in this game. Rocco, where can he go? He goes across to Masson. Can he find anyone else up the field? Didari, can he go down the line over the top, potentially straight to Reverson? He loses out in the middle there. That is looking well offside. The shot does go in. Surely there is going to be the flag up on that far side. We'll have a look. He's not got it up for some reason. Must have had it up, because surely that goal is going to be disallowed. It does look like it will be. Luckily, we will go and offer up some words of encouragement. You know, I don't think we've been bad across this time, but that's just not how it works. Sometimes we have to do a little bit better. We've got to find a goal from somewhere, or else we will be going out at the same stage we did last year. Fiorentina on the ball in the midfield. Can we win it up nice and high? Go and see what we can do from here. It's over on that far side into our left back position. Kwasi required to defend. Masson is there. Segura is there. It's in behind. Will the shot go in? It does go in, and that goal is going to count. And our dreams of winning the Conference League here with Servette are slowly but surely slipping away. That is it's frustrating. It's very, very frustrating. We've had the chances once again, as you can see here in this game, but ultimately it's just not been enough for us to go and tie it up. Where we go from here is something that we will have to figure out. There's another chance there. It's headed in, and this is just turning into a bit of an embarrassment towards the end of our time here with Servette. We can't go on for another season. We said we would try. You know, there was no guarantee we were going to win it, but we felt like we could. But we got close, but not close enough to put at the point where we wanted to be. The edge of the area of the box, it finds itself once again. We just need to withstand this storm and then hope we can go and create something for ourselves up the field. You know, a goal, a chance, something, anything to go and get us over the line. The final few moments of this first half, all the chances have completely shifted in favour of Fiorentina. We've had the shots on target, but it doesn't look like anything meaningful goal has come out of the Masson. Segura linking up in the midfield, Rath on the ball. He goes out wide to Dadari. There's still hope for us to go and create something. We have the attacking quality, but we need to be quick if we want to do that. Here is Dadari. Where can he go? He beats his man. Lovely little turn. Masson is there, and I don't know why he's decided to go across the face of the goal. That is a very, very poor decision. 45 minutes gone here in this game, into that 1 minute of added time, and that will be that for this first half. 4-0 down. Are we going to find anything here in this game, or will it be a final episode with Servette in tomorrow's ball over the top? Potentially we were tracking there, but it didn't look like it was going to come for us. We will obviously be looking for those jobs in the summer now, if they are to come up. Where we go next is obviously it's going to be a bordered country. I think it should be a team that we can hopefully go and try and win the Conference League with. This Servette team will not be here next year, which is a bit of a shame really, so there's no worry of clashing with them. But yeah, I think a team where we can maybe build a bit more of a better project. It's been a very difficult job here with Servette, but I think we did really well to get as much of it out as we have. So if we can find a bit more of a stable club who may have a bit more potential for players to pull, a bit more of a reputable league, you know, you're looking at your Frances, your Italys and stuff like that, it could help us in a bit to try and win a Conference League title, the first one in quite some time on the Matter of FM channel, and the first major trophy as part of Borderline Glory. We'll have to have a look at the offers. There's a goal there. It's Marcus Thuram who scores, and we just want to get this game over with. It was always going to be a tough one against Fiorentina, but you felt like we could still go and be competitive and get the win. The goal is allowed there. Maybe we're a bit too attacking, not focusing enough on the defensive work, particularly in this game. We'll go and bring Pascozzi on in there. I'm going to bring Cadusu off as well. Masudi will bring on, put Florian Aye up top for Reverson, and then we'll bring Cadusu back on there in at right back. Is there any real changes we can make? We could bring Folding on, give him some minutes. We've got Fernandez as well off the bench. Masudi, did he not come on? He will bring him on there. Now he's on. What's the other change we've made? Is someone out of position here? Pascozzi was the other one who we made as the first one. Are we going to get a consolation goal here for all these travelling fans who've had to make not the furthest journey? Italy is a bordering country of Servette, of Switzerland, a place where we could be going next, as we said, but they've had to travel obviously for a European semi-final, the second one in a row in the past 2 seasons, but it's just not been a good performance by any stretch of the imagination. So we really need to go and try and give something to these fans who have come down. Here's Rath, lovely ball, Segura's in behind, can he get the goal? It's a save from the Fiorentina goalkeeper. It's just not going to be our day by the looks of it here. We're not going to get anything by the looks of it, but as we said, as it looks in the other game, Bilbao will be getting there. That would have been a tough game, but a really exciting challenge if we could have got there, but we will not be getting there. Once again, we'll remind ourselves that we won't be. We'll go and make some final changes here. I'm going to bring on Niels Frolin onto that left hand side, and then we will bring Rath off. I'll bring Segura a little bit more advanced. He has had a positive game, even in the shadow of a bad performance. There could be another goal here for Fiorentina. They're looking to progress down this right hand side. Will the shot go in? It does go into the back post. Thuram is there, and that is it for this game. We are done in the Conference League. I think we'll go and wrap it up before it gets a bit too much of an embarrassment. We've just not been good, not been our day, and we can be happy with our efforts, but not to be for us in the Conference League. So they have it not to be for us. Our time here with Servette is done. We'll have one final episode as we go and reflect on everything tomorrow. We made a semi-final, 2 semi-finals in in our competitions, all our competitions in this season, but not to be in the end. If you did enjoy that video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll leave you all with this old tune. Make sure to go and join the Discord down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all for another video soon. Thank you. Bye bye.